Hi Year 10, Mr. Tadley here for your first lesson of Term 4 Geography. Still in remote learning, unfortunately. I'm sure some of you are happy about that, but hopefully at some point we get back to on-site school. But for the time being, in Term 4, in our second area of study, in Year 10 Geography, we'll continue with what we did last term. So we've got the video lectures outlining what we're doing each lesson. I'll be uploading resources and content to Google Classroom and Compass, the instructions for each lesson, and you'll be completing activities in your digital notebook. I should probably also note that Term 4, new area of study, new topic, so make sure that you're going to the Term 4 resources when you're going through the class slides, when you're looking for things. So you can see in Compass, we've got Term 3, when we looked at environmental geography, environmental change. What we're looking at now is human geography. So make sure you're in Term 4 there. Google Classroom, same thing. We've got Term 4 resources, Term 3, but we're looking for Term 4. The one thing that is the same is your student notebook. So where you're completing your lesson activities, your textbook questions, same notebook as before. So don't be alarmed if you click on that expecting a clean new file. It's the same notebook. Just thought it'd be easier so I didn't have to create a new file and you guys didn't have to go find something new. So yeah, now that you know where everything is, let's look at what we are doing in Term 4 Geography. So our lesson plan for today is to understand the meaning of human well-being. So what does that mean? Because it's important to know for our human geography area of study. Success criteria is to define human well-being and to list examples of factors that impact human well-being. So what impacts our health and happiness? So what is human well-being? Human well-being relates to anything that impacts our health and happiness. So whatever you need to live a good life is connected to human well-being. It's important to understand and to investigate human well-being around the world. Why? To improve our health and happiness, we need to understand what impacts our human well-being, whether it's positive or negative. If I want to have a better life, I need to stop, take a deep breath, look around me and say, all right, so what are the problems? What are the solutions? What's good about this? What's bad about this? And looking at human well-being in other parts of the world and other parts of the country can help you improve your life. So things that impact your health and happiness, or well-being factors, are things like education, medicine, access to food and water, technology, employment, the environment, social interaction, which is odd to say during a lockdown. All of this stuff might seem straightforward to you, might seem like, yeah, of course we need food and water for a good life, but you'd be surprised how many people don't have access to food and water around the world, which is why we need to better understand these topics so that we can help those people, so that we can help ourselves if we don't have a good life. The Greek philosopher Aristotle identified that the aim of all human actions is to achieve happiness or well-being. However, as I said before, the ability to meet human needs differs around the world. So some places are less fortunate than Melbourne, than Australia in terms of their human well-being. Some people don't have access to water, they don't live in a safe or secure place. There's war, civil war, there's crime, they might not have access to proper medicine, they might have to travel 3 hours to reach the nearest hospital. So what we're going to do now for our lesson activities is to look at that. Instead of me telling you these things, let's actually look at some images of locations around the world and look at how each of them are connected to different well-being factors. So those things that impact our health and happiness. So in your digital notebook, your lesson activities for today, what I need you to do is record 1, where you believe this image is from. 2, what well-being factor the image represents. So looking at that, do you think that relates to education? Do you think that relates to employment, in the environment, access to food and water? So it's about the monies, one of these things. Then the final thing you need to write is why you believe this factor is important to human well-being. So what you need to do is, I've got a few images. So you need to go through this list of images. That one's my favorite. Just look at this little dude with the pencil. He is so happy. Anyway, you need to go through that list of images there. And in your digital notebook, write, okay, image 1, I believe this is in Australia or Switzerland or wherever. Number 2, I believe this image represents blank, and then pick one of those well-being factors. And then 3, why do you think this factor is important to your health and happiness? So that's what you're looking at this lesson, guys. How many images have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 images. Picture of Mr. Tapley there over the school holidays. And yeah, if you have any questions or concerns about this lesson, guys, please let me know. If there's anything that you want to tell me about Term 3 remote learning that didn't work, not just in geography, but in any of your subjects, really. If there's any way I can make your life a bit better, if I can improve your human well-being, please let me know, and I'll do what I can to help. But yeah, best of luck, guys. Hope you're well. Welcome back, kind of. And cheers.